Welcome to African News 24 TV. I'm Mary Adam, and it's great to have you join us as we dive into the biggest stories shaping the day. Here are the top highlights. AFDB declares former President Goodluck Jonathan safe after being trapped in Guinea-Bissau. Again, gunmen attack Niger community, abduct villagers, brutalize victims. General HORTA sworn in as head of government following military takeover in Guinea-Bissau. Let's dive into the bulletin. Minds can now go to rest, as the federal government says former President Goodluck Jonathan is safe and has left Guinea-Bissau following the military coup in the country. Earlier, the spokesperson of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, Joel Ahofoji, says no one could account to the whereabouts of the former president who was in Guinea-Bissau to observe the presidential and legislative election. According to the spokesperson of Nigeria's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, GUINEA-BISSAU, who was speaking with journalists in Abuja today, quote, former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is very safe and out of Guinea-Bissau. The former president left with a special flight with members of his delegation, including Mohammed Chambers, end of quote. Jonathan and other African leaders were reported to have been trapped in Guinea-Bissau after the military announced the forceful takeover of power. Back home and in Niger State, where gunmen have wreaked havoc again. At least 10 people are reported abducted as gunmen invaded Wangu, Kawu, and Kuchikpa villages in Shiroro local government areas of the state. Before the attack, gunmen had also attacked the Kakuru community in the Ereno ward, where they reportedly assaulted a blind man and severed his right hand after stealing his mobile phone. According to eyewitness, the victim had been taken for a first aid treatment. Residents also reported how the gunmen attacked a rice farm in Paleche area of Ereno ward, where they abduct not less than 24 people, including pregnant women. These attacks are coming less than a week after the attack on St. Mary's School, where they abducted over 300 students and 12 teachers. Both the teachers and the students have, however, regained their freedom. From North Central to Northwest, where the abducted priest in charge of Ebenezer Anglican Church in Chikun local government area of Kaduna State, Reverend EDWIN has died in captivity. The victim was arrested alongside his wife and from their home in Nisi village near the Kaduna refinery on October the 28th, 2025. The abductors later contacted the family demanding a ransom of 600 million naira for the release of the victims. About a month after the abduction, the clergy died in the kidnapper's den. In spite of his death, the gunmen are yet to release his wife and daughter, over whom they are demanding ransom too. Still on security, following a presidential directive, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has confirmed the withdrawal of 11,566 police officers previously assigned to very important personalities. The IGP announced the development during a meeting with senior officers in Abuja earlier today. Egbetokun said the presidential order gives him full authority to enforce the recall without resistance, adding that no VIP can challenge the decision since it came directly from the president. He noted that the move is aimed at strengthening national security by redirecting personnel to core policing duties. President Tinubu had, during a security meeting, directed the withdrawal of 100,000 policemen attached to VIPs. He also directed that the policemen be taken for crash courses before being deployed to security-prone spots. as part of measures to address the security situations in the country. The founder of Kingsway International Christian Center, Matthew ASHIMOLOWO, is asking for the integration of members of the National Youth Service Corps into the country's security awareness framework. According to ASHIMOLOWO, the Corps members can help strengthen early detection of threats at the community level. ASHIMOLOWO, who supports the president's increased deployment of military and police, wants the strength of the youth population harnessed in the fight against insecurity. Meanwhile, family of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, NNAMDI KANU, is raising concern over the decline of an Abuja court to issue a production warrant to enable the Sokoto Correctional Facility to allow KANU file his appeal in Abuja. Spokesperson of the KANU family, Emma KANU, is raising an eyebrow over why the court did not issue the warrant to allow KANU taken to Abuja to perfect his appeal documents. According to KANU, the decline is in spite of an Abuja High Court summon to NNAMDI KANU to appear on Friday, November 28 in Abuja for the settlement of records regarding his appeal to the High Court judgment. In the summon, according to the spokesperson, quote, "All parties concerned are required to attend before me at the appeal section of the Federal High Court headquarters, plot 1048-710 Cadastral Zone A100 of Shehu Shagari Way, Central Business District, Abuja, on the 28th day of November 2025 at the hour of 11 a.m. to proceed with settlement of the record of appeal therein." End of quote. And in other news, after about a month of holding up on work, the demolition exercise in the OWORONSHOKI area of Lagos State has resumed. African News 24 TV correspondent Praise Adeleke visited the site of work, where she reports how residents are calling for help because the demolition exercise has rendered them homeless.
Residents of Precious Seed community in OWORONSHOKI, Lagos are in sober mode as their buildings are being demolished. Many say they received no notice from the government before bulldozers moved in. When our crew visited the area on Thursday, properties and belongings of residents were scattered all along the streets as families hurried to rescue what they could. Residents watched helplessly as their homes came down, saying they are now unsure of their next steps. One resident told our reporter, "There was no notice. They did not give us any letter. We just woke up and saw the caterpillar coming to demolish the house."
I lost my husband this July 26. I'm still mourning my husband. I'm losing my house. All my notes are inside. There is no notice. They did not give me any letter. They did not tell me anything. I just see caterpillar. I want Nigerians to help me. I don't know where to start. I'm in pains now. I don't know if I will die. It's too much for me.
Another resident who identified himself as the landlord of Precious Seed said 2 of his properties were destroyed during the exercise.
They demolished my 2 houses on nothing. It's not good. 3-bedroom flat and 2 Mapalo self-contained. I'm a young guy. Where am I going to start? I don't know. Where am I going to start? I beg Nigerians to please help me with 5 kids. Are we safe in this country anymore? They did not mark here. They didn't mark here. So we are not aware.
Many families say they do not know where they will sleep tonight, as they claim officials gave no explanations after beginning the demolition.
Still in Lagos, State AIDS Control Agency has launched activities for World AIDS Day 2025, pledging to strengthen HIV services across the state. LSACA CEO Dr. Folakemi Animashaun said the state remains committed under Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's leadership to ensuring uninterrupted access to treatment and prevention. She noted that the United States stop work order earlier in the year disrupted community HIV programs, causing a sharp drop in testing. Lagos conducted 222,415 tests from January to September, just 28.9% of last year's figure. Despite the setback, community groups have begun restoring outreach across affected areas. According to LSACA, Lagos currently has about 160,000 people living with HIV, with 147,466 on treatment.
This year, our theme, Overcoming Disruptions, Sustaining Nigeria's HIV Response, resonates deeply with our shared experience in Lagos. It reflects both the challenges and the resilience of our communities. As of January to September 2025, Lagos State currently has an estimated 160,000 residents living with HIV, of whom 147,466 persons are on antiretroviral treatment. During this reporting period, a total of 222,415 tests were conducted compared to the same period last year. This represents about 28.9% of last year's testing. As part of this year's World AIDS Day agenda, Lagos State AIDS Control Agency has organized a series of activities designed not only to commemorate the day, but also to inspire, inform, and actively engage Lagosians in the HIV and AIDS response. Each event is carefully planned to foster awareness, early detection, and strengthen community resilience. The ongoing statewide HIV testing campaign remains the central activity of our commemoration. It ensures that residents across LGAs and LCDAs know their HIV status, support early diagnosis, facilitate timely linkage to care, and sustain treatment adherence.
Let's join Praise Adeliko, who has a rundown of our business news. Hello, Praise.
Welcome to business. The African Development Bank Group has approved a $500 million loan to Nigeria to support the second phase of the Economic Governance and Energy Transition Support Program. The facility, approved by the bank's board of directors in Abidjan, will cover fiscal year 2024 and 2025. According to a statement by the AFDB, the program targets reforms in three key areas: strengthening fiscal policy and public financial management, accelerating power sector improvement, and supporting Nigeria's energy transition and climate action. It seeks to reduce energy poverty, improve sector governance, and attract private investment. The program is expected to benefit major government agencies and enhance private sector participation in energy projects nationwide. And now Nigeria's economy is reaping significant benefits from the operations of the Dangote petroleum refinery, with the facility saving the nation more than 10 billion naira annually in foreign exchange, according to Sunday Eson, Senior General Manager of Corporate Communication and Dangote Industries Limited. Speaking at the 2025 Media Week of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, Lagos State Council Eson highlighted the refinery's role in reducing foreign exchange outflows, driving GDP growth, creating jobs, and strengthening national energy supply. He added that the project demonstrates how private sector investment can unlock opportunities even in a challenging economic climate.
Nigeria has long struggled with fuel import dependency despite being Africa's largest crude oil producer. The Dangote refinery, valued at $20 billion, is seen as a game changer in reversing decades of reliance on foreign refined products. Industry experts note that beyond saving billions in foreign exchange, the refinery is positioning Nigeria as a regional energy hub and helped stabilize fuel availability. And that's all on business. It's back to you for the rest of the bulletin.
On the foreign scene, Guinea-Bissau's military high command has inaugurated General HORTA as the head of the military government. The development cemented a forceful takeover of power that began after the country's presidential election. The military, in a declaration announced on state television, said General HORTA will oversee a one-year transition period. Nta was the Army Chief of Staff until the coup and a close ally of deposed President Omar Embalo. Embalo's whereabouts remained unknown. The deposed president had, during a media chat, said he was arrested by soldiers as gunshots rang out near the presidential palace. The opposition alleged Embalo had fabricated the coup to avoid an election defeat in Sunday's closely contested presidential election. Meanwhile, Nigeria, African Union and the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, have condemned the military takeover. They demand the release of detained officials and a return to constitutional governance. Nigeria, as a key member of ECOWAS and the AU, has pledged to work with regional and international partners to ensure a swift return to normalcy in Guinea-Bissau. In a related development, military authorities in Guinea-Bissau has announced that all borders, land, air and sea have been reopened, reversing the closure imposed when soldiers seized power the previous day. The border reopening came after the armed forces declared total control of the country, suspended the electoral process, and detained key political figures including incumbent President Omar Embalo. The military takeover took place just before provisional results of a closely contested presidential election were to be released. Elections had been held over the weekend, but results were not yet announced. International concern is mounting, with observers warning the coup undermines the country's democratic process and stability. Syria outside Atlanta has placed a hefty price tag on Nigerian international Ademola Lookman, insisting that Turkish giant Galatasaray must pay 50 million euros, about 84 billion naira, to secure the winger's services in the upcoming January transfer window. Italian sports daily Gazzetta dello Sport reports that Atalanta are unwilling to negotiate or reduce the fee, making it clear that Lookman will only leave Bergamo if Galatasaray meets their valuation. Galatasaray, who already boasts Nigerian star Victor Osimhen in the squad, are keen to reunite the two Super Eagles forwards in Istanbul. Lookman's contract with Atalanta runs on to 2027, giving the club strong leverage in negotiations. And lastly, on sports, Nigeria is set to feature at this year's Junior Open Water Championships in Guinea-Conakry with two promising swimmers, Olaya Timilei and Daniel Udo. Both athletes have been camped in Lagos since early November, undergoing intensive preparation under the supervision of the Nigeria Aquatics Federation. The federation's president, Duku Chamberlain, says the competition is an important step on the road to next month's Africa Youth Games in Angola. According to him, giving young swimmers international exposure before the multi-sport event is part of a long-term strategy to build a stronger pipeline of elite talent for Nigeria. Chamberlain added that open water racing presents tougher conditions than a regular pool, from unpredictable currents to demanding pacing decisions. He praised the athletes' discipline and commitment, expressing confidence that they will represent the country with pride as they depart on Thursday for the 3-day tournament. Let's move over to entertainment. Edith Lawrence is our guide. Hello, Edith.
Thank you. Now on the entertainment segment, Fuji music icon Wasiu Alabi Pasuma has marked his 58th birthday with heartfelt congratulations to fans, friends and family who have supported him throughout his career. The celebrated singer, known for his dynamic performances and contributions to Nigerian music, took to social media to thank his fans for their unwavering love and prayers. Pasuma, who continues to be a major influence in the Fuji music scene, reflected on his journey and achievements, expressing appreciation for the opportunities and experiences that have shaped his life. Fans and fellow musicians flooded his platform with messages of congratulations, celebrating both his career and personal milestones. Moving on, Lagos is set to host one of Africa's biggest end-of-the-year entertainment events, tagged a 96-hour DJ Marathon Festival, scheduled for December 29, 2025 to January 2, 2026. Organizer says the non-stop 4-day beach celebration will bring together 100 DJs in a continuous relay as they attempt to surpass the current global record of 55 straight hours of performance. Convener of the festival and CEO of Afrozilla, Buchi Henry Nwago, says the idea was inspired by Lagos' growing fame as a nightlife capital. He explained that the marathon is designed not only to kick off the new year with a record-breaking feat, but also to honor DJs who drive the energy to parties around the world. The festival will take place across 3 merged beach houses and will feature music, food, fashion, fitness section, and a variety of experiences. Although only about 1,000 guests will attend physically, the event will be streamed online to audience in more than 100 countries. Both established and emerging DJs, including Jimmy Jat, DJ Neptune, DJ Bombastic, and DJ Humility, are expected to perform alongside winners of the DJ Marathon Challenge. Organizer says the festival will also spotlight female DJs as part of the efforts to promote gender inclusion and further position Lagos as a global entertainment hub. And that's much we can take on entertainment. It's back to you for the rest of the bulletin.
That is all for now on African News 24 TV. Thank you for staying glued. Remember to connect with us on all our social media platforms shown on your screen and visit our website at africannews24.ng for the latest updates. I'm Mary Adam. Goodbye for now.